Hello?
Lindsay?
Whitney?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for chatting with me today.
Thanks for having me.
I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you so much.
So I hear you have some secrets on affordable luxuries.
I do have some secrets on affordable luxuries. I was lucky enough to be invited by Degree Women to come to Dylan's Candy Bar. Have you ever been here? It's fantastic.
You know, I haven't been. I've just seen pictures. It looks amazing.
It's amazing. But they did this study, this survey, and they interviewed all these women because, you know, budgets are getting tight, and it seems like women are giving up on their urge to splurge and indulge themselves. And they were asking, like, what would you be willing to give up? What is the most important sort of treat for you? And women were more likely to give up chocolate and candy and like their sweets than to give up their favorite fragrance, which is very interesting. But I think that kind of demonstrates that there are certain things that we seem to really need to kind of give ourselves our overall style and glamour and aura and presence and all of those things, but you don't necessarily have to break the bank. There are fine quality ingredients in a product like this one, created by a woman, Ann Gottlieb, who created the top fragrances that you buy at the department store for $80, and you can get this one for under $5.
Oh, wow.
Which is incredible. And then, you know, you feel good about that, and you can adjust and maybe spend somewhere else where you may need it for a special occasion or whatever.
Yeah. So, what luxuries are worth the investment to you?
For me, I am so lucky because on Lipstick Jungle, I got to wear the most incredible couture clothing straight off the runways. You know, cosmetic companies would send us loads of high quality products, and I got to try everything. And I really realized that it's not necessarily the label as much as it is what it is and how it suits me. I love vintage jewelry, but I will splurge on certain shoes. I feel like a high quality shoe can make me personally, you know, stand in a different way and feel a different way. I wish you could see the ones I'm wearing right now.
What are they?
They're pink, hot pink, amazing heels.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice.
So how do you think women can cut back to afford those everyday luxuries that we don't want to live without?
I think women should definitely choose the things that are important to them to indulge on, or, you know, the areas where they need to save. I mean, you have to be mindful about things, but not completely deprive yourself. You know, I know that my favorite lipstick is also drugstore bought, and it makes me feel good to go and just, you know, swipe some color on it to pick me up, and those things go a really long way. Does that make sense? Like, you know, you have a personal gauge of what's important to you style-wise.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You can choose.
Yes.
Those are some of the things that make you happy.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So what about beauty products? What are your tips for saving on beauty? So you say your lipstick is from the drugstore.
Yes. The tools, the things that you have to really invest in are the tools. I think your makeup brushes, your foundation should probably be someplace you put some money into, because you know, it's the base of everything. But things that are easily replaceable, like mascara, lip gloss, nail polish, you can get those in a smaller way for less cost, and it's really not that different, if at all. So, save on mascara and lip gloss, but things that you have to replace often anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
That's such good advice.
Yeah. And you know, you can feel really good about that too, because when you read any of the major fashion magazines in the style or in the beauty sections, they're always saying that you can really, you know, the steals versus the splurges and whatnot. Great Lash Mascara has been around since the dawn of mascara, and when I go to fashion shoots for major magazines, they still use it, and there's a reason for that, you know. So you can feel quite chic about that green and pink tube, you know.
And then, how can women save on clothes and accessories that we love without cutting out shopping altogether?
I think you have to invest in. Unfortunately, we all love to sort of follow trends, and that's what's so fun about fashion is you get to see how these designers express themselves through all these changes. But the best thing to do is to invest in pieces that are classic and then you express the, you echo the trends that are coming in your accessories. I mean, right now we've got sort of it seems like there's some more tribal sort of vibes coming up in fashion. Well, you can find accessories that will hint at that and stick to shapes that are flattering to your figure. You'll be happy you made those investments. Think of how many times you found things in your closet that you don't believe that you ever wore.
Yes.
It's planning ahead. It's long-term, mindful shopping, I think.
And where can you shop to find accessories like you're talking about, so cheaper accessories that are still fashionable?
There's a place on the Lower East Side of Manhattan called Edith Machinist, and the girl who buys there finds the most incredible vintage jewelry and also clothes as well. There's What Comes Around Goes Around. I think they also have it in Los Angeles. And some of the really most awesome things that I've ever found were in Vancouver thrift shops. I just kind of always poke in because it's like trying to find a little treasure as well. It's not just getting the thing, but it's the search.
It's a fun way to find it.
Yes. You can shop online too. I mean, I'm sort of joining the rest of the world and starting to do that recently, but there's amazing sales online.
So have you found that some women will just do anything to have extra money to splurge?
I have my own personal philosophies about this, and it seems really ridiculous being that I'm the one that played the fantastical fashion designer on Lipstick Jungle, but I really do feel like some women will do anything to have that material thing. But I think it has more to do with who you are and what you radiate your confidence, you radiate your grace. That's why I personally would spend more money on like a nice dinner or something. Like, it's those moments that are important to me. I don't know about those high stakes for anything. And the other thing is that you don't really have to give it up. I mean, we have products like these body mists that are made by the same people who make high-end, products in the department store. You just have to be smart about it. I'm not one of those girls who has to keep up with the it bag and the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, that to me has always seemed a little bit fragile.
And then I just had one last question for you, Lindsay.
Okay.
What's the one luxury you couldn't see yourself getting rid of? Is it shoes? Is it just dinners out, or a balance of those?
It's true. It's really the food.
Yeah.
I find that we are a social species, and we like to eat together. So my nice dinners and the nice wine and that kind of thing. But if it's a fashion thing you're asking about, it's my shoes. And a good underpinnings. Your underpants.
Yes.
Good ones.
Well, they affect the way your clothes look, so that's smart.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that's all I had for you.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Lindsay. It was a pleasure.
Bye.
Okay, bye.